In mid-2026, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella issued a strict warning to the global business community. The current trajectory of AI adoption, he cautioned, is an economic trap. As industries rush to plug generic frontier AI models into their workflows, they risk repeating the mistakes of the early globalization era. By relying on external subscriptions, companies are actively outsourcing their core capabilities. This flowchart illustrates the value capture of cloud-based AI. Your internal data flows outward to a centralized public API, feeding their platform. In return, tech monopolies capture 80 to 90% of the economic gains. The enterprise is left as a mere data source. For the employee, this creates severe friction. Workers are stuck jumping between isolated browser tabs and pasting data into generic chat boxes, which constantly breaks workflow continuity. When every firm in an industry relies on the same shared models, unique operational advantages disappear. Over time, this dependency leaves an enterprise with no way to differentiate its services, leading to a permanent loss of pricing power. Organizations must pivot to building token capital. This is a new, owned asset class of native AI capability. Instead of replacing human judgment, token capital hypercharges your workforce by operating directly on their expertise. This schematic shows the first architectural layer of digital sovereignty, the fortress. Compute environments are hosted entirely within a virtual private cloud or dedicated on-premise hardware. Strict egress filtering firewalls ensure zero outbound telemetry to external AI providers, blocking all outbound data leaks. Inside that secure boundary sits the ingestion layer, raw institutional memory. Years of unorganized text files, legacy emails, and historical PDFs are continuously extracted and securely loaded. They organize into dense, localized vector databases and enterprise knowledge graphs. Those localized databases feed the core of the enterprise, the local reasoning model, or LRM. Public models might know global history, but know nothing about your specific supply chain quirks. The LRM serves as an active reasoning engine, natively trained on your private context. The base model undergoes targeted fine-tuning using the enterprise's private archive. Institutional language, historical methodologies, and specific regulatory boundaries are baked directly into the model weights. This architecture converts internal history into a functional part of the model's weights. Because these weights are built from proprietary data and stored locally, competitors cannot replicate the specific logic the system uses to make decisions. The LRM replaces the static chat box with a dynamic orchestration layer. It acts as the central brain powering specialized, autonomous agents called Thinkbots. Here is how an automated workflow executes. An operational Thinkbot receives a client prompt and autonomously drafts the standard pricing parameters. Instantly, a risk-focused Thinkbot intercepts the draft. It queries the internal database for past legal disputes and flags any non-standard liability clauses. Finally, a strategy Thinkbot analyzes your historical deal win metrics to suggest a safe compromise pricing tier. The data passes seamlessly between agents. To maintain security, these actions operate under human-in-the-loop gateways. Any agent action crossing a predefined financial threshold is automatically paused and routed to an enterprise dashboard for executive sign-off. This multi-agent framework eliminates manual tab switching and data pasting. Complex tasks are processed end-to-end autonomously, operating entirely within your secure environment under human oversight. Every human interaction with this system generates value through the private learning loop. When an operator corrects an output or completes a workflow, that specific edge case resolution is captured locally. That human curation is fed into an offline training queue. The feedback systematically adjusts the model, baking those corrections into your company's unique token capital. This chart shows the financial divergence of AI. The flat red line tracks SaaS subscription spend, a depreciating expense bleeding capital indefinitely. But when you own the learning loop, line B shows token capital growing exponentially, shifting onto the balance sheet as an appreciating asset. Every single proposal edited, every pricing model adjusted, and every error corrected directly trains the LRM. The intelligence of the system compounds, becoming financially more valuable the more your organization uses it. Renting public AI is a race to the bottom. True strategic advantage requires building a frontier ecosystem within your own walls, protecting your institutional memory, and ensuring the economic value you create stays exactly where it belongs, with you.